reports that you heard and from then on?
The first reports went to the Logan Police Department around 12:30 this morning. Some windows being broken at a home on West Main Street. When Logan PD officers arrived at the residence, they were told of a possible suspect and description. The lady, the witnesses saw the suspect near the courthouse. When the LPD officers arrived to confront her, they noticed the back of the courthouse, which would be the south part of the courthouse, was on fire. So they in turn notified 911, who contacted Logan Fire, as well as the sheriff's office to respond to the fire in the courthouse. While they were talking with the suspect, she fled to her apartment on East Main Street, just a short distance from the courthouse. She went to the apartment and barricaded herself inside the apartment, set the couch on fire, and at that time they made entry and was able to subdue her, put the fire out.
So at that point, what happened? Was she arrested at that point, and was she with anyone else at the time?
She was by herself, and she was taken by Logan PD to our regional jail in Nelsonville and incarcerated on charge of aggravated arson.
So what else was found in the apartment?
There were some components to make bomb-type devices, I understand.
Do we know what caused this fire, what she threw or placed inside the courthouse to cause it to catch fire?
No, we don't. Not this time.
What about the damage? Do we have a price on?
We're estimating around $30,000 in damage to the courthouse.
What was the background of the suspect in terms of criminal background? Do you have any criminal history with that individual?
Chief, can you answer that?
We do have a history with this female. She does have a slight criminal background with the department, but at this time we're not going to discuss all those issues.
When will she be arraigned, do you know?
We are currently gathering evidence and trying to work out the best possible charges. She won't be arraigned today as the municipal court is closed. However, we anticipate as early as tomorrow.
Do we have any idea of motive, anything like that regarding what she was doing?
Nothing's came to light to our knowledge as far as motive goes.
She did make comments that she was concerned that we were going to we were not going to assist her with the cartels. So, but she brandished a weapon before she fled against my officers, and she fled to her apartment, and at that time barricaded herself in and started the fire in her apartment.
Did she have any accomplices in this at all?
No, not that we're aware of at this time.
Do we know if she was under the influence and of what, possibly?
At this time, no, we do not know.
And do you know from when to when this happened? Was it fast? Did it take, over the course of a few hours?
The initial call we received, I believe, was at 12:26 this morning. And my officers arrived in the 300 block of West Main, responding to the reports of objects being thrown through windows. Through that investigation, which was just a matter of probably 10 or 15 minutes, they got a description of a possible female. And one of the officers happened to locate her in the parking lot of the courthouse, so it happened relatively quickly.
No one was in the building at the time. Any witnesses, things like that?
The building was vacant, courthouse was vacant, with the fire inspector.
Those cameras on the courthouse, all right? I mean, is that on video and everything? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk about the seriousness of these charges and what she did.
Well, it's a first degree felony right now, so right now we're working with the assistant U.S. attorney for our district, and it's possible that these could be elevated even further beyond just a first degree felony. So she's looking at some significant prison time at the state level, and then if we decide to go further, it could go a lot higher.
Do you have any other estimates of damages outside of what happened to the courthouse? I mean, you're saying several windows were hit and cars and.
Well, right now, we don't have any information about necessarily vehicles, but there are several home windows that were broken. Now, as the morning progresses, we're starting to receive more and more calls of incidents that have occurred, so we're in the process right now of trying to determine if these are linked.
And you can tie her to those?
Exactly, yes, and to clarify some information for you on the timeline, the initial call was received this morning at 12:26, and the foot pursuit that led to her running into her apartment happened at 12:53. So
Do we know if she's lived here long, or is she a new resident?
she's originally from Logan, yes.
And do we know if she lived there alone in that apartment?
That we do not know. I know she is has a boyfriend that she generally stays with, but he's incarcerated at this time, so she was alone, yes, at the apartment.
Any idea where she got the idea to build these incendiary devices, or how she came by that knowledge?
No, at this time we have no idea.
Did it look was it extensive? What was found in there? Obviously, you're investigating, but this is kind of odd, to think about.
No, from what the initial reports are, they located a device, one incendiary device, and items to make additional devices located at the apartment.
So one of those devices, the other instances where she broke into windows and set her couch on fire, didn't involve the devices. It was just bricks.
Correct. Bricks or rocks, yes.
Talk about, I guess, your reaction to this, something like this in this area. Anything to say?
Well, I'm glad that we're able to find her in a timely manner. Local PD officers gave a lot of credit for that, and if they had not done so, the damage could be a lot more extensive than what it was now. So, a lot of credit go to the officers to find her quickly and able to get us the help to fire out.
And we're a small enough community down here in Hocking County in the city of Logan. We have a very good working relationship with each other. And that includes not only the sheriff's office and the police department, but also the fire department and all the other agencies around here. So anytime we have issues of this nature or an incident like this, the departments work very well together. Many of us grew up together. We've all known each other for many, many years. So we're very fortunate to have a very good working relationship and to be able to support each other the way that we did today.